welcome once again to the Soapbox Office Podcast, the weekly oral manifestation of righteous indignation on behalf of cinephiles and film fans everywhere. Once again, serving as your usher of the entertainment world, I am Mitch Cleaver.
And I am Josh Roush. Welcome to the Soapbox Office Podcast Virtual Reality Roundup in virtual reality. So yeah, each and every week we're going to take a look at the droppings or the leavings, if you will, of the previous episode. And since Andrew was awkwardly masturbating in the corner last week, let me know, sir, did you in fact come?
Often?
Hell,
Yes.
it was a 4-minute episode. That's impressive, my friend.
It was a marathon.
Nice.
Couch has stories.
It does indeed. You spent a lot of time on that couch. I hope it has some stories from you.
No,
Really?
nothing interesting.
No, they took that show on the road next door.
The road show? Oh, into my bed?
Yes, I would imagine
that was
so.
the implication. Fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
So on this week's episode, this is what, 27.5, right?
Yes.
And we covered what?
Gran Torino and Harry Brown.
Gran Torino and Harry Brown. From the wonderful racist to the wonderful park. What do you call it?
Vigilante pensioners.
Vigilante pensioners. What do you call Michael Caine? He's a park conservationist.
British.
Conservationist. That's the word I'm looking for.
Angry is the word I would use.
Size of a tangerine. So if you look over there, you're gonna see Batman and Superman awkwardly fucking
Superman.
brooding. Yeah, Superman.
Superman feels like he's judging me.
He
And
always feels
Because
like
he's not even looking at you. He's judging you by looking at the table.
He's looking down on me. Batman stares into your soul.
This is true. He's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Superman's like, hey.
Superman breaks eye
He's
contact.
just shaking his head.
But if you
Sign of
would like to win these two amazing statues, it's very easy. I didn't write down the date. What is it? September 19th.
September
We're
19th
ending
is when the contest ends.
Yeah, cool. The
Drawing on the-
sweepstakes.
Drawing
if you
on the
will.
20th.
Drawing on the 20th. We're going to live stream the drawing on the 20th.
I'm sorry, did you say sweepstakes?
I did say sweepstakes.
What are you, Ed McMahon over here?
I am. Thank
Does
you,
this
John.
come with a giant big check? Eh? check?
I hope it does. How do we get one of those printed?
Who prints the giant check?
I kind of think there's probably a basement operation in Ed McMahon's house. He's just churning those things out,
Just
next
giant.
So
to a
everybody
balloon
that needs
factory.
a giant check has to get in touch with Ed McMahon.
You would think so he can
So
personally
like that.
deliver it. It was
Does
just
the
like,
giant-
hello everyone.
Does the giant check store give out giant business cards?
But if you would like to win the sweepstakes, all you need to do is go to iTunes or Stitcher, wherever you will listen to the Soapbox Office podcast, rate us 5 stars, and then write a comment. Doesn't have to be a positive one. I will reward bad behavior.
I prefer a nice one, though.
Yeah, he fucking sensitivity over there needs it. Anyway, so what you do is then you go to Soapbox Office, you send your username to soapboxoffice@yahoo.com, and that will enter you into the contest.
But wait, isn't there a second way?
There
they can
is
double
more.
down?
You can. If you'd like to double your chances, simply tweet us out to Soapbox Office at Twitter and use hashtag Snyder Reparations, and we will enter you in for a second chance at the drawing.
He owes us something.
He owes everybody something.
This is true. Particularly DC Entertainment.
Yeah, right?
I think
They
they're
can't
still
be
waiting for a
happy.
couple of movies that they hired him for.
Seriously, right? You had the best, the best example of what his pitch meeting probably was.
Yeah, I think, everybody's looking at how Marvel put their cinematic universe together. And they said, oh yeah, we do all these standalone movies, and 8 of them probably, however many before the first Avengers movie, however many, and they continue to spin off and do those things. So DC's like, oh my God, man, this is they've done it. They've cracked the egg, and now they're gonna just make millions and millions of dollars, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
How can we get there? So I'm sure they were taking meetings all over town, and they were like, well, here's what you need to do. You need to do exactly what Marvel did and start, slow.
Take a
and
decade.
Exactly. It's going to take you a decade to do it. And I think Zack Snyder probably went in there and said, I can get you there in 3 movies.
Yep.
He's like the
3 god-awful fucking
3 movies, and you can be making Justice League movies, and you'll be rolling in it. And I think they said, here's a blank check. Make those 3 movies.
He's like the swinger neighbor from Raising Arizona. And they were like, $5,000 for a healthy white baby. What else you got? And they're like, we got a couple of Asians and a Negro born with heart on the outside. that is Zack Snyder to me. And they were like, I don't want to wait. What else? And they were like, we got that guy. Made kind of a couple shitty things, but they're comic book movies. Like, give it to that guy. He knows what he's doing.
Fair enough. And this is a good chance to say that we are brought to you by Raleigh Soapery. RaleighSoap.com.
Just wash the
Shoehorn
nastiness
that out
off.
of there.
Professional segue.
Wash off the dirty feelings you have from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition. Bert.
God bless Raleigh.
How do you even
Right?
say
Putting up
that?
with
man?
us.
I know, right? Stream of consciousness bullshit that we pull all the time when we're trying to promote their actual
Ooh,
product.
has soap appeared yet?
It has. It's right here. And watch
Right there.
as it disappears to the ether.
I think they pointed to the wrong side. You're not gonna address those.
No.
Excellent.
So yeah, we cover Gran Torino and Harry Brown, and Andrew has a little Gran Torino story for everybody.
I remember going to see it in the theater, and it was kind of an emptied out theater. I don't know if we saw it early in the run or late in the run or whatever, but I was with a girl I was dating at the time, and we always, we stick through the... No, none of that happening, unfortunately. But we stayed through the end credits, and
for the the tease.
yeah,
for
I
Gran
mean,
Torino.
no, I just it's a
No, I
thing
stick
I
through
do.
credits
I
too,
stick
yeah,
through the
100%.
credits. It's not like
People
I
spend
want more
a lot of time
content. It's
working on
exactly.
that.
It's just like it's good to keep things in perspective
Totally.
of just like, wow, that many people. Why were there 800 compositors on Gran
Why were
Torino?
there three best boys?
There weren't 800 compositors on Gran Torino.
He was CGI.
the whole movie.
Clint Eastwood was
Clint was just
He
in
is
Carmel by
mocapped by Andy
the sea.
Serkis.
Andy
They're
Serkis,
like the
everyone.
greatest performance Andy Serkis did was Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
So we're sitting there, and the last scene happens where they're, the executor of the estate is divvying out all of the estate of Clint Eastwood to everybody in the family. They're all burned up about not getting things, even though like they were on.
Shitty fucking
Yeah,
people.
exactly. They're terrible, and Clint hated them. So he gives the Gran Torino to the kid, and then the scene of him driving down the road. And then the music comes up, and it's this little light piano thing, and you're like, oh, that's, this is nice. And then just out of nowhere, driving around in my Gran Torino in the summers of my soul. And I started laughing.
Yeah,
That is
understandably.
that is not a laughable moment. You're not
It's not
supposed
supposed to be.
No, but it's just like we're dying laughing. We can't
Oh, yeah.
stop laughing. And I'm sorry, Clint, wherever you are. I'm sorry,
He's
but
behind you.
He is now.
he's just behind me going. But I mean, I grew up.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna address Clint like he's an empty chair. The thing would be like, what was that, Clint? No, we can't say that on the Soapbox
Right turn,
Office
Clyde.
I turned
podcast.
Clyde.
Yeah, no, the fact that he has to interject his music into every single goddamn thing he makes just almost makes it not worth going to the theater these days.
Well, you see, sometimes it works though. Like if you
Did he do
remember.
it with Trouble with the Curve? Did he
I don't
add a
think he
song?
directed that. He was just
No,
starting.
No,
was
he didn't
his-
direct it.
It was his AD that directed that
Right.
movie, which is
I like how you use the mic like this.
like a pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's a dick.
Doppler,
Put it in your mouth.
Doppler effect of the podcast.
in 360. You get to hear me whir around the room.
But if you remember, in the Line of Fire, a big part of his character was I play the piano.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a thing of just like it didn't feel forced.
Yeah,
it was just
totally.
like I play the
Felt very
piano, and
natural.
like he's sitting down in a bar. I don't know if they're in LA at that point. Or in Chicago or somewhere at some hotel, but Rene Russo sits down with him as he's just tinkering around with the piano, and then he plays the music that Warner Brothers has used ever since Casablanca came out, which is the theme to Casablanca as time goes by.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's sitting there just romping on that, and then
He's
he
Dewey
goes
Wilson.
upstairs and tries to have sex with her. So yeah.
So it works in that case, but then you get movies like Any Which Way You Can, where it opens with a romping number by him and Ray Charles. Drinking with my best friend.
Here's the thing, man. Like, has
Beers
he
for you.
has he forgotten about Paint Your Wagon? Just like
we
we
address this.
we tried singing. We tried it. Clint
didn't
and
work.
Lee Marvin. It is unwatchable.
I forgot
It
Lee-
is
I forgot that's Lee
unwatchable.
Marvin.
It is very watchable.
No, it is not.
Not for the reasons they wanted. But anytime you said Lee Marvin musical,
Yeah.
I'm instantly signed up for that. Like, it was like, yes, and more of them. Like, why was there only the one?
All right, let's wrap this up, boys.
The wrap up.
Wrap up the wrap up. So once again, you can win Batman and Superman. You can get them both.
Get them both. They
Get
can
'em
fight.
both.
You can have them stare at each other.
Yeah.
And say Martha
brood at each
sweetly
other.
into each other's ears.
What you
Both
say
of
that
them have
What
their.
you say that
Here's an idea. Make it tantalizing. Both the.
You
they
can
have
turn
their
it
arms
around.
out. No, I would do it like they're just touching fingers.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
They got
Like the
their-
Sistine Chapel.
Right here, check a look at Batman and Superman turning around.
Are you the Cat in the Hat?
And there they went.
But yeah, all you need to do is go to Stitcher or iTunes, wherever you listen to the Soapbox Office podcast. Rate us 5 stars, leave a comment, send that username to soapboxoffice@yahoo.com. We will enter you in for the prizes. And if you want a second chance at the goddamn monuments to manhood that are these guys like little fucking well-statued cocks, all you need to do is hashtag Snyder Reparations and send it to the Twitter handle Soapbox Office, and we will enter you in for a second time. And you know what? We reward bad behavior. If you want to fucking create multiple iTunes accounts, you're not supposed to do that.
That means I'm gonna win.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's totally fun.
Don't even bother, folks. I got this one locked down.
All right, so until next time, I am Josh Roush.
Mitch Cleaver.
And I'm Andrew Heaberlin, sitting in.
Have a good night, everybody.